This week's energies are about family and equality. Last solar week brought us emotional moodiness. This week's energies bring us the need for community and for family, and the corresponding emotional ups and downs, the longing to be touched by the divine, and the longing to be touched by the other person, the longing to be touched by our twin flame. Some people might be a little bit more cuddly this week. At the same time, it brings a lot of mental aspects, potential understanding, and clear communication. On February 24th, at 10:16 Universal Time, the Sun moves into gate 37 and the new week starts. On February 25th, Venus in gate 22 is exactly in square to Mars in gate 26. Mercury is exactly conjunct Neptune in gate 63. You can read up on the exact positions by clicking on the link to the article in the description box below. Early in the day, Moon conjunct the North Node can bring up strong excitement of where we are heading. In the evening, Venus square Mars brings intensity. It can be a sexually loaded aspect. If we are in denial, if we can't sit with it and look at what comes up, the Moon can bring us a strong feeling of being stressed out. Acting out of that unrest and nervousness, we might create socially awkward or disgraceful situations if we don't pay attention. On the other hand, it can bring relaxation and temporary idleness while we are developing our farsightedness and forging our vision. It can help us to listen within and to reflect the lessons of past interaction in order to take them with us into the future and to encounter others with more kindness and with more grace. Mercury conjunct Neptune gives us a hint what the focus of the reflection might be. Where in the past did we drop out of relationships because we were afraid of sacrificing our integrity and individuality? And where did we just rush ahead blindly, ignoring our doubts and our inner warnings? What is real? What is imagination? Can we now find the faith to sit with the process of getting where we desire, to let it unfold naturally throughout the ups and downs, without packing it all in out of anxiety? In the night of February 26 at 3:17 Universal Time, Mercury in gate 63 is in quincunx to the North Node that is moving direct in gate 7. 1 month ago, Mercury in gate 38 quincunxed the North Node, giving us the task to resolve misunderstandings in order to move forward along our path. Then, Mercury in gate 13 moved into opposition with the North Node, helping us to grasp where we came from. Now, Mercury has moved out of opposition, into the second quincunx, which is about memorizing the process and being fixed on finding and resolving the open questions and doubts that are still obstructing the way and that need to be resolved. On the other hand, it could make us so fixed on one answer that might be satisfying but incomplete, that the thinking process is being abandoned and once more we are rushing ahead before it's the proper time to do so. Moon in the gate of beginnings opposes Pluto and the relationship reset, which provides for very complex feelings that might well be felt through before letting them explode into action. In the evening of February 28 at 23, some minutes before midnight in Universal Time, Mercury in gate 22 squares Mars in gate 26. This is all about getting something across to the other and getting them on board. It's about finding the right timing and expression to influence them and to make them listen to something that can bring profound change. What things are better left unsaid in order to get to the goal, or in order to cause as little chaos and confusion as possible? This transit brings energy that is direct in social interaction, but not necessarily outspoken, and very selective in what is being said and what isn't. At the same time, it brings up the fear of not being openly communicated with, of being blocked, which has been the collective core wounding of 2017. This might provoke quite some suspicion and inner conflict in between being open and being selective in what is being communicated. It doesn't make communication easy, but at the same time, it makes it likely that what is being said, good or bad, really gets through to the other and makes them reflect on it. This aspect can also be about changing one's own memory. What kind of difficult experiences, hurt, and rejection do we need to forget in order to remain socially open and graceful, in order to get to a real change? Are we putting our focus on our emotions, or are we being pragmatic? On the 1st of March, Mercury in gate 22 is sextiling Pluto in gate 54. Venus in gate 36 is trining Jupiter in gate 43. Both of those are easy-flowing aspects, both are emotional aspects, as well as mental. Pluto has almost left gate 54, where we had reset the way in we connect, and who we connect with. Soon he will move to the next gate, but before he does so, Mercury forms an easy-flowing aspect to it, and supports the understanding of the expression of the changes that have taken place in our way to connect. Many have become more selective with who they invest their energy in, and this aspect supports communicating it plain but gracefully, or with immense disgrace and meanness on the other side of the coin, but let's just assume the best. Maybe we have been drawn to connect to someone in order to find higher knowledge. Maybe we have been drawn to break with someone because it's not mutual beneficial. This aspect is all about communicating it. Especially for twin flames and separation, it might be a real challenge to find the courage. But Venus trine Jupiter can bring us the drive for pleasure and the drive for the experience that we want. They can make us determined to carry through with it nonetheless, and to gradually break through to our twin, or to break through to our inner process, step by step by step. Regardless of our relationship status, this aspect can really make us aware of what has been blocking us sexually. It can make us painfully aware of any feelings of inadequacy and rejection that might linger within us. And it can release those blockages, so that we can get in touch with our true desires and with the wonders and joys of physical pleasure. It can help us realize that just by existing, we are worthy of the experience that we desire. The biggest barriers are those of our mindset that we construct around ourselves. Next week will be about doubt and faith. I'm sending you so much love. See you next week.